Okay, so what we're doing today is an unboxing. Cross RC. As soon as I seen this truck advertised, I wanted it. In the background, which is just in there, I've got the Cross RC GC4. I built that truck and I love it to pieces. So once the SG4 was announced, had to get it. So today I'm going to crack this open. I have already had a look through it. I did an unboxing on Facebook. Some of you guys may have seen it. I don't usually do my YouTube videos like this. This is more so how I do live feeds on Facebook. I've got a group called Burton's Custom RC Builds. If you want to go and check it out, we do a lot of live feeds. They're good fun. We have a laugh. You learn stuff. Sometimes you learn stuff. We have a laugh, and we just enjoy RC. That's what the group's about. So let's crack into this thing, and let me show you all the goodness that's inside that box. Okay, box is open. First things first, instruction manual. There you can see the GC4. Instruction manual, pretty common kit with a kit. If you haven't got one of these, it's all guesswork. And with a build, like a cross truck, you don't want to guess. So, instruction manual, pretty common fare. I'm not going to worry about going over everything. These instructions are really detailed. Give you a little bit of a sticky beat there. They are really detailed. You must pay attention when you build a cross truck. If you don't, you will stuff it up. So that's the book. I'm not going to drag this out to the point where you guys get bored sitting there going, come on mate, just show us the next bit. We're not going to do it like that. This is a fun unboxing. We're just going to grab stuff out and show you what it is, and hopefully you get excited about it. If you want to get a cross truck, go to allthews.crossrcus.com. Guy that runs Hobbytown USA, Robert Mazza, he's who I go to. He's who I go to for my cross trucks. The man's brilliant. There's 6 different variants of these trucks. They start at $299 US and go up to $549 US. $549 US is a lot of money for some people, and it's easy to feel bad when you spend that much money. Robert makes buying these trucks comfortable. Once this turns up at your door, you're going to say to yourself, oh, so glad I spent that money. This is a part of the battery tray, and so your battery goes in here. This gets covered, if I'm correct, or should be, with checker plate. And it looks so pretty. Oh, this truck is very scale. Once I get a bit deeper into this and show you a few more parts, you're going to agree with me. Stuff like this, brilliant. So that's the main part of the rear tray, with the battery tray as well. Shorter than your standard LiPo. You're going to need shorty packs to go in here. Next, a bag of pieces. What do we have there? We have a steering wheel, handbrake. I assume that is the door for the battery compartment that I just showed you. Front piece of the bumper, rear tail light mount. There is only one tail light in the back of this. It is a truggy. It's a comp style truck, so one light's enough. These things are mainly used just off road. So there's also a revision mirror as well. So that's that bag. I'm not going to pull all of these pieces out and show you every single tiny bit because it'll bore the crap out of you, and no one wants that. This is the inner fender wells for the truck. Now, I did have a brief look at the instruction manual, and that suggests that you mount your ESC up here and your receiver here. I'm not sure how much room there's going to be. If that's the case, get a small ESC, something like one of those 1080 waterproof ESCs. That'd be the sort of deal you want. So there's that, which is wicked. This is also the shock tower, so that's cool too. You're going to have the shocks poking up through into the engine bay, which is how it is. This goes on the back of the tray. Now, I thought to myself, well, this would make a great electrics box, but there's only 3 screw holes for it. That's to screw it down, obviously. The lid clips on. There's no spot there anywhere for wires to come out. So this may be handy for tow straps, winch, hooks, claws, stuff like that. Maybe Maybe you could put some double A's in there for your controller. Anyway, so that's that. Next we have the floor pan for the interior. I mean, look at it. The quality of these parts is unreal. I love cross trucks. Ever since I got that first one, there's going to be more. So nicely detailed floor, center console. Try not to be blown away by the awesomeness that is the grille. Damn, that's pretty. I get really excited about this scale stuff, as you can probably tell. And look at it. It's just so nice. I really think that's going to pop. So that's the chrome grille. It does have inserts for each of the lights. It does have little chrome inserts for these parts here. These trucks also come with a full light kit. You're about to see one of the prettiest RC parts you've ever seen in your life. Are you ready? Focus camera, thank you. Isn't that just stunning? I love these things. Now, with the C model, that's what I have. There's 6 different variants of this truck. I've got the SG4C. That's the flagship model. It's got everything on it. All the fancy bits, all the upgrades come with this truck. They do hard bodies, they do Lexan bodies, different stages of upgrades. That's why they start at $299 and work their way up. This model has got all the bells and whistles. That's why you pay the extra money. Is it worth it? Yes. Look at these things. While we're at it, here's the rear diff. Same beautiful Cross RC, come on focus, there we go. Same beautiful Cross RC diff cover, which I really quite like. These diffs are probably smaller than the Yota 2 Ultimate Scale diffs. I could be wrong. They could be, I mean, they're going to be bloody close. But, I mean, look at them. This thing's just going to be the bee's knees once it's done. If you've never had a cross truck before, you really should look into it. CrossRCUS.com. Just go and check them out, because it's not just this truck. There's that truck as well. An 8x8, which has just been released. They've updated the past 8x8 to a new one. So there's 8x8. There is 1, 2, 3 6x6s, I believe. There's also 3 different variants of a PG4. There's a long wheelbase dually. There's a 2 short wheelbase ones, a sports version and a normal road sort of version. Go and check them out because they're seriously nice trucks. This is the dashboard, which has lights in it. I mean, it doesn't yet, but as a part of the light kit that comes with these trucks, you have a light board. Most Cross RC light kits, etc., the lights are actually on boards. Random bag of goodies. But get on with it, mate. Come on, show me some more parts. In this bag, we have the scale accessory jerry cans that sit on the back of the tray with little rubber bands, which I assume hold them down. Great stuff. They're good looking cans. That sounded bad, didn't it? That's one of the seats. Isn't that pretty? Nicely textured all the way through to the back. A little bit dusty, but that's what you get when you take the stuff out of the box and you show everyone twice. So these are the seats. Aren't they nice? Wicked little seats. With the live feeds that we do, I get carried away and they're like an hour or 2 hours, which is crazy. Probably what's even crazier is people sit down and watch them for 2 hours. This video is not going to be 2 hours. Okay, relax. Here's one of the little jerry can holders for the rear tray part, which is excellent, nicely detailed. You can see, I think that little rubber band goes from here, loops over, holds the jerry can in. Good idea, that. First things first in this bag is spare wheel, which is plastic, which is fine because it sits up higher on the back of the tray. So you're not going to want that to be metal anyway. Comes with a little ring. Don't know why. It sits just in there like yay. It's a nice deep dish spare wheel. Yeah, so that's the spare. That sits on the back of the truck. Check that out. Focus camera. That is stunning. Aluminum beadlocks. I'm very much looking forward to putting this together. I mean, I'm not because of all the bolts that are on it. But I'm very much looking forward to putting it together because look how pretty they are. Cross RC equals quality. And it's just true. They're absolutely stunning. I can't wait to put these together. Okay, next up I'm going to show you some tyres. I'm going to show you two. The first one is the spare tyre. The spare tyre has a big white foam in it. I assume that's to make it look all puffy and when it's sitting on the back. How do the tyres feel? Grippy. They feel really good. It's a Cross RC tyre, a black rock. Really nice feeling compound. It feels nice and sticky enough. No doubt once I actually get it outside and use it, it's going to feel like it's going to soften up even more and even more grabby. I do like the scale detail with the letterings here. That's good. Scale's where it's at. So they're the black rocks. The tyres for the actual truck have dual stage foams. Brilliant. The inner foam is pretty hard, which is good because it's going to stop your tyre from completely deflating. The initial one's soft enough so that you can get a good amount of bite. Well thought out Cross RC. Nice scale looking tyre. It's not stupidly big. It's smaller than a TRX4 standard tyre. Okay. Slightly wider than Trepador. Nothing crazy. Different versions of this truck come with winch. Isn't that bloody stunning? And it comes with a winch controller that's waterproofed. I'm guessing it's waterproof. Don't take my word for that. If you put your truck through water and your winch dies, not my fault. It looks waterproof to me. The whole thing looks like it's really well sealed off. So, looks waterproof and it is simple. Plug and play into a channel that you can back forward it like a servo channel. I would assume that should work through. Brilliant. It's just, I don't have to go out and buy extra winch controllers and things like that. I'm actually going to run my truck off a Spectrum DX6, so this is going to just work dandy. So there's that. Planetary gearbox. Cross RC motor, which is a 35 turn. Heavy. This is a heavy unit. This actually sits in the truck like that. So it tries to push as much of this weight back down as it can, which is good. There is something I'm going to show you shortly that goes over this, so you don't see that when you lift the bonnet. Planetary gearbox. Torque. This is going to be torquey, and I can't wait for it. I want to be able to slow crawl everything with this truck, and because of this, that's going to be able to happen. There is the bonnet, which has a little bit of dust on it. There's the bonnet. There is an optional hood scoop. The bonnet holds on with magnets. Now, you have to drill out these 4 little holes to put the hood scoop on. If you get yourself one of these, that's a finger drill. You can sit your drill piece on there, turny, drill the hole. That way you're not going to heat up the plastic, warp anything. You don't have to worry about anything. It's slow, controlled drilling. They're definitely worth getting, so get yourself one if you haven't got one. The window glasses, lenses. I'm not going to worry about going through those too much because a window's a window, really, isn't it? Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Are you ready to have a bit of a giggle? So, we get a little grease container, we get a little oil bottle, and they're empty. Why are they empty? I think they're empty because it makes them easier to get through customs. That's a guess. I've got some oil and grease here that I'm going to use anyway, so I'm not phased that it didn't come with any. Just a little surprise. There is the hood scoop. You can see the 4 pegs underneath. The hood scoop and the snorkel. Here is the snorkel. Nicely detailed. I really quite like that. Yeah, that's good. I can't wait to put all those pieces on the truck. So there's our snorkel. The hood scoop's in the bag. I won't worry about getting that out because it's pretty straightforward. Then we have a bag of chromie pieces. I'm not going to worry about getting these out either. Chromie pieces for the headlights, side vents, etc. Then we have the the extra pieces for the grille that I've mentioned earlier. We also have side mirrors, wipers, other scale details, which is good because we like scale. We have some chassis bracing. We have servo holders. We have, what's that there? That's another chassis. Oh, that's the motor mount. Okay, so that's the motor mount for the chassis. It's interesting, sometimes you look at these and try and guess what they are before you look in the book. So I figured that one out. There's a lot of stuff in this box, guys. We have the factory light kit. You can see what I mean by the lights are on their own little boards, which is brilliant. You can't stuff it up. So that's awesome. Okay, so the next item is that. Look at it. That is the transfer case, and it is tiny. It's also smooth. Whoever was working on the assembly line that day got this right. I will open up the dips, and I will open up this, and I will open up the planetary gearbox and make sure everything's greased up nicely. But to fill this, it feels perfect. So there's that. Isn't that gorgeous? Next we have bag of checker. As I said, the bag of checker plate will be for the rear tray piece, I believe along the sides of the cab as well, etc. Goes there as well. There's also a little piece of mesh for behind the grille. Then we have Dean's extension, which is awesome because I run Dean's. These are for good reason, because with like Cross thinks this stuff out. There's a fair distance between the battery and all your ESC etc. plugs. That's what that's for. Then we have the interior roll cage. This is plastic, which is fine because it's on the inside of the body. It's for looks. Most of this, by the looks of things, snaps together. Put a little dab of glue on it, just to be sure. It does screw to, you see there, it does actually screw to the bed of the truck. So, brilliant stuff. Bam, chassis rails. I'll show you one. These chassis rails aren't like most others. Most other chassis rails on trucks like these are dead straight. These aren't. They are shaped, which is cool. They are very strong. Very strong. I'm not going to just go bending this. Lots of options by the looks of things. Lots of options. Really nice. I can't wait to build this truck. I really can't. Front bumper. Got to paint it yourself. Does have winch mounting positions. Plenty of room for a decent sized winch, which is excellent. Then we have tube doors. Metal tube doors. These on my truck will probably be painted a satin black, because I'm going to do a bright green truck. Satin and having bright red doors would look crap. These are the rock sliders that are metal. I like them. I like that they're minimalistic compared to a, got one here, compared to an SCX-10 one, which is gaudy and ugly. Minimalistic. I like that. That's how it goes. Bolts directly to the chassis. No extra pieces in the middle. Next we have the links. All metal links, all with the measurements on them. There seems to be some little collars here. Pay attention to your manual because those collars are going to be for certain places. I like that they're all metal. I really do. Okay, now we have a bag of screws. We've all seen screws before. Moving on, we have another bag of screws. Moving on, we have this piece I like. This is to hold the hood open. Yeah, that's cool. Not sure what the other piece is for. I'm sure we'll figure that out. Could be possibly a gear stick. That'd be cool. And maybe the other one will be the four-wheel drive selector stick. That's a guess. We'll see later on if I was correct. Drive shafts, all metal. These things are tough as nails. And they're heavy, which is good. Weight down low, better performance. I really quite like these. Next bag, shock pieces. You have to build your shocks, unfortunately. The machining quality on these parts is phenomenal. The thread is so fine. You can make the slightest little adjustments. I'm actually excited to build these, and I don't normally enjoy building shocks. Looking forward to those. We have some scale hooks, metal ones. Brilliant. I like that. We have hex pins. I'm in the wrong place. We have hex pins, scale bolts, little nuts and whatnots. So we've all seen that stuff before. I do love this cross includes scale bolts with stuff. Excellent. Then we have springs. This is essentially the rest of the shock building kit with the looks of it. We've got shock shafts, O-rings, that sort of deal. So pay close attention when you're using this bag with the other spring bag. Then we have a bag of, that's a centre brace for the truck, which will be the mount for your transfer case. Also a servo plate in there, a couple of diff trusses. Some more scale detail. We have there some mesh that go behind the chrome bits that go on the side panels, scale. We also have the mirror glass in there too, scale. Then we have a bajillion McZillion rod ends and balls. Fun. I'm lying. So there's those. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to show you what's in the box. Are you ready for this? That's the body. It is a hard body. There are versions of this truck that come with a Lexan body. The Lexan bodies have full doors. They don't do the tube doors. Something some of you guys might want to take into account should you not want tube doors. So this is the body as it comes. As you can see, it is a bit Hilux-ish. It is a nice body. It's also a bit Russian-ish too. If you look at the PG4L, which is the long wheelbase dually that Cross make, those fenders are very familiar. That's a nice looking body. I'm looking forward to painting this. I'm looking forward to driving this truck. Really am. So there's the body. So for the last bits now, we have this bag, which includes some small zip ties. Brilliant. Not a lot of kits come with nice little black zip ties. They're the sort of thing you have to buy yourself. We also have some decals in there. So there's our decal sheet, which includes a radio, a GPS, the gauges, some cross RC decals, which is good. We also have a couple of small scale decals there about warnings, which looks to be warning decals for the winch. Scale! I love scale stuff. That is awesome. Well done, Cross RC. You also get, and I'm really happy about this, I got one of these with my GC4. That's for your scale hardware. It's a little mini socket for your scale hardware. Awesome that this stuff's included, because not all of us have those. We have some, look at that demon decal. Ooh. So we have some more decals. Chromed ones, 4x4 Cross RC Demon, and the 6.2 litre V8 decals. That's awesome. I really quite like those. See, I get excited about this stuff. Then we have some double-sided tape, we have some spacers, we have some nuts. Actually, that's Velcro. There's Velcro in there. Double-sided. Not sure what that's for yet, but there it is. And the last piece, a piece that I really quite like. We have a V8 motor cover. So we are going to have a, to a degree, detailed interior. I'm going to try and scale this a fair bit. These have to be trimmed off, obviously. I'm going to try and scale this a fair bit with how I paint it, etc. You will slightly see the motor poking through here. Not sure how that's going to look yet, but we'll soon find out. I can do things like run a couple of wires from the battery terminals here up through here. Just little things like that to try and give it that extra detail. Maybe run some at the back of the fuse box here, up this way as well. So that's cool. I like scale detail. That's really going to look the part, painted up all nicely. Lovely. So this is I was going to say a quick unboxing, but I got a little carried away. This is an unboxing of the Cross RC SG4C Demon comp style truggy truck that, man, it looks the business. It really does. All the parts look amazing quality. just like my last cross track. If you want to get yourself a truck like this, go to www.crossrcus.com. A guy called Robert runs that place, and he's a top bloke. Go and see him, he'll look after you. Also, if you want to see the progression of this build, you can check out my Instagram, AussieRC on Instagram, my YouTube channel. Obviously I'll post some videos of how I'm going here as well, and my Facebook group, Burden's Custom RC Builds. So that's where you can see all this stuff. Lovely. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. If you like this video and how I've done it, let me know. I'm considering the idea of doing more videos like this, demonstrations, how I do stuff and that sort of thing. So I'm going to get on this side of the camera a little bit more. We're just going to have some good old-fashioned fun. Lovely. Alright, that's about this one then. We'll see you on the next one.